Welcome, welcome to a new week of Blood Bowl here at the AWO League. I'm your wonderful host, Rad Wizard Ralph, and I'm here to bring some zazz to your morning with an episode of Extreme Insights. Strap in as we whisk through this week's matchups and see what's at stake. We begin with our matches of the week, and the much-anticipated introduction of the Undead's new coach, Coach Mori, coming in alongside a rebranding. The Undead owners and fans hope she'll be able to inject new life into a team struggling to make playoffs. She's known as a risk-taker, always going for the next big play. Will that work out for her, or will it blow up in her face? Coach Apples will be there to pick up the pieces if so, and his trees won't be very likely to hold back, even if she is a newbie. In terms of the matchup, the Undead certainly have enough mighty blow to clear the field of halflings, but will they be able to do it before they lose too many players to the tree men or concede too many touchdowns? We'll see. Next up is a match with big implications. What would normally be a snooze fest between two well-armoured, punchy teams is made exciting by the fact it's second and third place in the league, duking it out for position, and by the fact that the Dwarves are on a tear recently. The Orcish armour didn't seem to stop them last week, so the Isaurus have got to be on their game. The Skinks need to be careful as well. Between diving tackle and frenzy, the Dwarves have all they need to lay waste to the little lizards, other than speed. On to our normal games, of which there are some good ones. The league leaders, Kislev, face what amounts to a bye round. The Goblin team they face have conceded 3 or more touchdowns in each of their last 3 games, and the Kislevites aren't a stranger to scoring that much either. They could even go for the touchdown record. However, that isn't what Coach Ditka will be worried about. Oh no. The Goblins will have their eyes on Lord Croak and the other star players on the team, and you'd better be scared of that chainsaw and giant ball and chain if you're in the Goblin's sights, that's for sure. Next up is another exciting one, that, in a lesser week, would have made Match of the Week, because it's a rematch of the Water Cup final. The humans came out on top that day, but will they again? The matchup could easily go either way, as the Orcs with their thick armour have the bashy advantage, but the humans have a little more speed. That being said, they aren't strangers to punching either, so keep an eye on this one. Both teams have had underwhelming starts to the league, but have recovered in recent weeks, so will they get back to the top? A win here will be a big boon for either team. The two highest SPP players in the league face off against each other in the next match. The giant Bull Centaur, league leader in touchdowns last round robin, and one of the fastest runners in the league, the Earl of Slamwich. Then there's Taknit, the Goblin. He's second in touchdowns this round robin, and he's the breaker of cages and slayer of crowds. Which one will be able to carry their respective heavily armoured sluggy teams to victory, or will it end in a disappointing draw? You'll only know if you tune in to find out. Another very close match is next. Both teams are on 2 wins, and both have ways to frustrate the other. The disturbing presence of the Nurgle makes the Wood Elf passing game significantly worse than usual, which means they'll have to find creative ways to score. But equally, the Leaping War Dancers don't make it easy to form a cage either, so the Nurgle team will have to get creative too, or just knock 7 bells out of the poor elves, which always works. This one should be an exciting one too. And finally, because all good things have to come to an end, we've got our highest potential snore fest. The Chaos team isn't developed enough to break through these heavily armoured teams, but damn can they put a stop to their advances too. They also lack the tools to really effectively deal with skinks, although preying on out-of-position ones with horns and an assist can yield productive punches. We will get a surprise, exciting match and a win for one team, or will we end up with a snoozy draw, as so often seems to happen to Coach Kira? Tune in to find out, but I won't blame you if you don't. So, a whole plethora of games await us this week. Most exciting, some not. Either way, if you miss any, or if there are any surprises, I'll be here at the end of the week, as always, to give you your radical roundup. See you then, folks.